That's Kolu leaving back to Abuja. And that was yesterday. All right. So that same yesterday, the opposition, ADC, they were having their own meeting in somewhere in Kaduna. All right. And before they could say ADC, they'll say arise. ADC, you say arise. If I say ADC, then you say arise and shine. The guy will first shouts ADC, and people shall arise. The government then called the thugs. They were not talking to other people, but there were APC thugs around. The guy that shouted the ADC first time, he no shout the second time, land. Talk less of the people there responding, arise. The first arise. Everybody not is siren, like, Ireo.
Wallahi enter ADC ne. Sun are takari. Ta. Inna Allah wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Tare ADC a karamar hukumar ne. Sai shiga daji. La ilaha illallah. Ka gan su? Kun gan su a daji? Kun gan su ko?
Tiagasa, the Tiagasa, he fell, he fainted, he passed out. He passed out. 70 years old man.
(2027) I have about 6 videos, recent videos of this ADC coalition opposition being beaten blue-black by the APC. There is one threatening them in Abuja right now, right? Now if they have any ADC anywhere coming around to come and do, you know what I mean? They will deal with them. But down south, they are doing the same thing in Lagos. They did the same thing in Lagos. They beat them blue-black. They've done the same thing in Edo. They didn't beat them. They just vandalized the entire place and tried to set it ablaze, their office. So your 2027 is not here yet. However, Peter Obi, who believes that Tinubu's regime, Tinubu's government is doing everything to ensure that Peter Obi doesn't become the major political party's candidate in 2027. So it was in Akwa Ibom where ADC received the obedience. So he went there to lead the obedience in Akwa Ibom to ADC, and they made it an official. So he had this to say at the venue. Obi.
INEC will not take a decision. We went to court, got judgment in April. I personally, with other leaders of the went to deliver that judgment to INEC. Everybody saw it. April 2025. That's when we got the judgment. From April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. They said as long as I'm there, if you don't know today, the federal government of Nigeria does not want me, Peter Obi, to be a candidate of any party, but I'll be candidate. You don't have money as local government chairman. You don't have the house as governor. Suddenly they make you governor. You go and build one massive house, buy all sorts of cars. Come, pastor, reverend, bishop, everybody comes to bless the house. Everybody comes for housewarming to drink champagne. And they're there clapping and praying. May God, who can do this? Replenish it more. No, go to police. But they don't. Because we are, all of them, they are something. That's the one we are preaching. That's what we want to change. The stealing must stop. Our result. Give me the product of result. Stop saying, I've told you before, I won't defend the result. All of us will defend the result. And the only way we can defend it is if someone to transmit it. Is it not somebody, is it not a Nigerian that will come to the country? Are they going to bring foreigners? If they bring foreigners, tell him that you see this result here. If anything goes wrong with it, I won't say he will die. But if anything goes wrong, something will go wrong. What will go wrong, I don't know. But this result that I've seen, it must go like this to this. Don't forget, nobody has challenged this Africanity more than me.
I remember telling some of you that this Peter Obi is not the same Peter Obi of 2023. And you should start paying attention. Again, I'll start kind of like putting you on notice. Seriously. You need to listen to what he is saying now and compare them to what he said in 2023. He is more or less like sounding, he's sounding now more like, what is the worst these guys could do? Kill me. Maybe they should try. Like somebody who just don't really give an F anymore, right? But at the same time, still very being cautious of how he says what he says. You understand what I'm trying to get here, right? Because right now, Peter Obi himself is telling his own listeners that the issue of go to court is not going to happen. Forget about go to court. It must be settled at the polling unit. Everything must be settled there. So he's now kind of like encouraging his own supporters this time to make sure that, they stay back and, so that if the whole robbery, the rigging and the rest of that is taking place in large scale, then you, the people, will be the one to revolt right there and then before they make any announcement, and then they will tell you to go to court. I think all of them are already saying that. Now, saying is different from doing, Abi. But like I said, pay attention to what they are saying and how they are saying it. And do not really think that Tinubu have this completely covered. It is not like that straight line covered, right? So to Obi, when he was talking to his obedient in Akwa Ibom, he rhetorically asked them that, if Tinubu don't get 30 governors, that's 30 states. Adamawa is about to join them, which is a Fintiri, Atifku's state. He's about to join them, but they say some guys are blocking him from joining APC. So when he joins, it will be 31. I think there is another one they are expecting. So by 2026, middle of this year, Tinubu may have 32 governors out of 36. So that is everything in the bag now. So why can't you just do e-transmission of election results? Because these are people who are going to give you millions of votes, all these governors. So if you already have all of that covered, why are you afraid of doing e-transmission? He was saying that, he was asking. Then he said, Obi.
They want to show everybody because they don't know the candidate. Why are you scared?
Why are you scared?
They are gathering. They are all the president. They have everything. Why are you scared? Go now. Let's go back for the competition. If you don't know today, the federal government of Nigeria does not want me, Peter Obi, to be a candidate of any party, but I'll be candidate. We will do that democracy. If the right let you, if the right let you elect inside your house, television, we will transmit it to them. There's no anybody that live out there, they won't touch it. Unless our laws are living the president on the fence. On 7 days after. True. 7 days, exactly 7 days after. INEC said that the chairman is no longer chairman. Within the 7 months, God gave judgment affecting the efforts of the chairman. Because Peter Obi is gone. Because Peter Obi is gone. And that's what they are doing everywhere. They want to destroy everybody because Peter Obi is the candidate. Why are you scared? Why are you scared? They are planting on. They are all the citizens. They are everything. Why are you scared? Come on now. Let's go back for the competition. I they have reduced campaign time. They don't reduce campaign time. So 3 months. Why are you reducing it? Leave people to campaign. Why are you reducing campaign time? Other countries are allowing people to campaign for 1 year. So we can know who is who. I'm shouting now. This is time to say anybody who says he wants to be presidential candidate, governorship candidate, let's publish in primary school, secondary school.
You know, INEC, do your job now. Anybody that wants to be president, you should know their primary schools, their secondary schools, their blah. But I don't think that's going to probably be enough anymore. When they call the druggies in charge, and you are currently operating what is called state capture. Yeah, state capture. Because a Benue lawmaker was addressing his own constituents yesterday in Benue, right? And he told them practically that if you want to get a job, there's going to be a time in Nigeria that to get anything in Nigeria, you have to be a member of APC. And he's not kidding. You know, like if you want to benefit anything, empowerment or employment or whatever, you have to, that's the future, state capture.
The party that is good for us in Nigeria so that we can remain and help our people here is APC. If you know that it's not collect our APC card, go and collect it. Go and collect it because tomorrow when you are going to look for admission in one school, APC, the president of this country, APC. We have 36 states, and then for 37, 30 governors are already on APC. Plus SCT, 31, and they are still coming. I will pass on no chance, so if you don't have a more mean number, or that you need to come out of my so, what you do, they will see what you do, they can follow APC.
Agora, he was addressing students. Can you imagine? Yeah, in Agatu, in Benue State. Agatu is a place where over 200 or more people have been slaughtered since Tinubu came to power in Benue State. So the lawmaker representing the constituency was there telling the students that, you know, this is the party that is, you know, representing us, the one that is representing our blah. Right? And then in the east, okay, you see those ones that they call the City Rats movement, Shiite Tinubu's movement called the City Rats movement, okay, where they have all these, you know, accidental money misroad billionaires, they call them, right? So they are having, I mean, one of them is kind of like organized their own celebration of poverty, which is exactly what the renewed Shege is all about. And here he is telling them why they must all support Tinubu, because this is why he is supporting Tinubu. See the charlatans.
Let us tell you something, this city boy movement is all about empowerment.
Well, I know me now. I don't think go we are something. I cannot lose Gabio people. Let I come put you on that song for nothing. God forbid. Anything when they will make us get waiting with the fight, we will turn our back and I stand so firmly with my good friend Sheyi, and they have made me understand that Southeast must be taken care of. One way say press next week as a city boy. Make they understand say no be politics. So I won't come give you a receipt for that 300 people who I paid last year. And when I come, we will not do 300 students again. We don't pass that level. We're gonna do 1,000 students. You not small. Good job. Okay. Now you will tell me when you want me to go.
Rats. Just guys who are willing tools, and it's basically what they can get. Some said it's because of their businesses in Lagos, blah blah blah. But even at that, why are you trying to weaponize the poverty that the government you are supporting created? Because that's what they are doing. Giveaway, or they say giveaway merchants on social media. Oh yeah, if you want to get 1 million naira, post your account. I want to give 50 million naira today. Cubana chief priest. Obi Cubana, I want to give everybody 1 million this one. You know those nonsense that you get to see on social media all the time. And you're going to see campaign groups like that, campuses where they are going to be doing their giveaway. You're going to see a lot. And that's what they are banking on. They've got a lot of money. Loads of money. So who is that person who wants to, because that's their impression, that's their belief, right? So who is that person who is going to challenge them? Do you have money? They have the federal, they have the central bank, they have the military, they have the police, they have INEC. What else do you think they need? What else do you think will stop Tinubu? So right now, you better join so that they can give you money. You yourself can go and flex. That's exactly what their campaign is going to be all about. Yeah, don't worry. Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Me, I said, don't worry. Tinubu is finishing Nigeria. My other friend is like, no, don't say that. Oh. Be worried. Tinubu is killing Nigeria. It's like, what do you mean worried? Let's see how far you can go. Let's see if you can do a good job in that regard, right? How many of this job you can do, the lies and all that. This guy is a member of their party. But listen.
It is there in public domain. Since the coming of APC 2023, budget has never been implemented effectively, adequately, and sufficiently. We see indigenous contractors protesting day in, day out at the National Assembly and the Ministry of Finance because of non-release of funds budgeted. 2023 budget, 2024 budget, 2025 budget, and we are not talking of 2026. So what are we talking? Where are these money channeled to? These monies obviously are channels to political juggernauts who want to succeed in 2027. It is for the first time in the history of this country we have seen a president who has started campaigning immediately he assumes office. That is prevailing, and that is very unfortunate. So obviously, as a member of APC, I am not happy, I am never comfortable with the way this presidency, this administration is running the affairs of this country. I am not palatable. I am still in the party, but I'm not palatable with the way things are gone. Budgets are not allocated. Budgets that are meant to kind of execute projects and a kind of provide services are not released. Just last week or the early this week, we see the Minister of Health who said that only some few hundred millions are released as against 219 or 200 or more billions naira that was budgeted for 2025, which is very unfortunate. Health sector is supposed to become number one After health sector, then education, then Ministry of Defense, since we have a lot of insecurity challenges in the country. Then the next should be agriculture. Where you eat, you must eat.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh.